You look still young, and mashallah, you've been doing so much stuff yourself. Tell me, how did you get into boxing, and why did you choose boxing?
So, I got into boxing roughly about 8 years ago. I was a very, very troubled kid, if you like to call it. Constantly getting in trouble, in and out of school, being excluded, and I didn't have somewhere where I could belong or feel a sense of belonging, a sense of unity. And I used to hang about with the wrong peers. There was a lot of gang culture going on, and then I remember this, and I still remember this. 2004, it was Athens Olympics, and I saw Amir Khan on TV, and I saw a young kid, 17 years old, take silver, and I thought, wow, if this boy can do it, so can I. And that was my inspiration to join boxing as a young kid at the age of 15. I competed for about 5 years until I had a few injuries and a few upsets in my life, which I will share later on.
So how far did you go? You were a national quarter finalist. What does it mean?
Yes. So I boxed in a tournament, ABA Championship is one of the most prestigious tournaments, if you would like to call it, in amateur boxing. So I was Northeast London champion, I was London champion, I was national pre-quarter finalist, and finally I got to national quarter finals. The guy I lost against was Rhys Bellatoli. Now he's two-time England champion and on his way to the Olympics England team. So I lost against a very tough opponent. I also travelled to Denmark to box in an international tournament. It's called Dovre International Boxing Tournament, which took place. And through my experience in boxing, I've met a lot of wonderful people who I'm really close to now.
So why did you choose boxing? Why not something else like karate, kung fu, or somebody said what is it, a crazy kung fu or something?
to be honest,
yeah. What did you choose in the other ones? Why not? Yeah. What's the difference?
To be honest, we're living in a city, in one of the most deprived boroughs in the whole country. Martial arts at that time was fairly expensive, and we came from a family which wasn't that well off. So if you would like to join martial arts, it was very expensive. There wasn't many classes going on at that time, and if you did go to martial arts class, it was fairly expensive. Boxing was £1 a session. Cheap and cheerful. Instead of having chicken and chips, you could go boxing. So I chose boxing, and I remember walking in through the doors, and I can remember the bells going off. There was that smell. You can really feel that presence of boxing going on, and I've naturally just connected with boxing, and from there I just grew a love for it, a bond for it, and I took it further.